Hey there, all you terrific test takers. This is Amanda with Test Innovators, and thanks for tuning in. Today we are going over a form structure and sense question, which is part of the Standard English Convention's category domain. For form, structure, and sense questions, we have a number of subcategories, including subject-verb agreement, pronoun antecedent agreement, verb forms, subject-modifier placement, and plural or possessive noun forms. Any of these given subcategories can appear in a digital SAT question. By identifying what subcategory is being tested, it may help with your approach because it can help direct your attention and identify common traps that pop up with a particular type of grammar question. So let's get into it, shall we? Here's the question. Scientists believe that Mars potentially blank a hospitable environment for microbial life forms billions of years ago due to the presence of water on its surface and a denser atmosphere compared to today. Here's the question. Which choice completes the sentence so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English? Choice A, has had. Choice B, has. Choice C, had. Or choice D, was having. In reviewing the answer choices, we can see that we have different verb tenses, so we can determine that the question is testing your ability to select the most appropriate verb form given the sentence. This is where context really matters because the way to determine what tense fits is to determine what is happening in the sentence. In this case, we are told that scientists believe that Mars potentially had or has a hospitable environment for microbial life forms billions of years ago due to the presence of water on its surface and a denser atmosphere compared to today. So this no longer applies to the present. So we now can determine that this is referring to a specific condition in the past, which means we can say sayonara to any of the present tense verb forms. So goodbye to choice B, has, that's simple present, and we can say goodbye to choice A, present perfect, which is has had. So you may ask yourself, when would we use present perfect tense? This is actually used to describe an event that occurred in the past but continues into the present. But in this sentence, we knew that Mars no longer has a hospitable environment for life forms, so present perfect tense would not work. So where does that leave us? We got choice C, simple past tense had, or choice D, we have past continuous was having. So how do we know which of the two is the most appropriate? It would be helpful to first consider when the past progressive form is even used. In most cases, we use the past progressive form to describe actions that were ongoing at a specific point in the past, which is a shocker, I know. A common way this might be used is to show a sequence of events, like if you might be in the process of something until something else happens. For example, if we were to say, I was reading a book when the doorbell rang, we know that in this sentence, I was reading a book, but then the doorbell rang. So now we have a clear sequence of events. So if we go back to this sentence here, are there any context clues to suggest that a continuous tense is appropriate? Well, first I would point out we don't see any other past progressive verbs in this passage, nor do we see that there was a specific event that occurred while Mars was having a hospitable environment. This simply doesn't make sense. Therefore, it's safe to assume that we don't need to overcomplicate things. Choice C with the simple past tense had is the best answer. So we can X out choice D. Thank you for watching. This example came from our free sample test available at testinnovators.com/SAT. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That's it for now. Good luck out there, test takers.